Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. This is Monique again for already the 6th episode of Ladypreneurs on Fire. And today we have a lovely trainer. I love talking to her. A few weeks ago, we started with this journey and she was my first speaker. Little did I know that I wasn't prepared well enough to go live with her on my Facebook profile and page. So what did we do afterwards? After the tech things didn't work, we talked for 1.5 hours. I think it was something like that, and we had a blast. So that is really the advantage of having your online business and your online connections, because you meet so many wonderful people. She already was a guest and in my Mompreneurs on Fire Summit in last May. And when I asked her, I want you to be my first guest, she said, yes, 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 I want to be in. So I'm going to introduce you to her. She is a lovely lady from Florida, Sarasota. She is a former chiropractor with a lot of experience. And she loves to read, she loves to work out, and I love when she says in the morning, this is my morning phase, I'm now going to work out, but first I have some tips for you. So with no further ado, it's Lauren Birks. I'm going to add her to the stream. And there she is, Lauren. Hi, how are you? Oh, sorry, I unmuted you because I heard the training in the background. So there she is. Hi, Lauren.
Hi there. It's always wonderful to talk to you. I absolutely enjoyed our last time thoroughly. I had to tell my husband about it. It was wonderful. I just adore you.
Same way. Likewise. So Lauren, how are you? It has been a few weeks that we spoke, and I saw you were on a wonderful vacation. Tell us a little bit more about you. You are a chiropractor and you're doing well now. So let us know a little bit more about you.
So a little bit about my background story. I grew up, and like probably many of you, I was taught get good grades, go to college, either start a business, go be a doctor, get a good job, 401k, all of the things.
Yeah.
And I did all the things, and I ended up going to college for 9 years, became a chiropractor. And what I realized was I had created 4 walls around myself, and I had created a job that I couldn't even take a 3-week vacation from. Most jobs will give you 2 to 4 weeks a year vacation. Well, I couldn't even take that all at the same time. And what happened, and the reason I kind of had to pivot what I was doing, love being a chiropractor, love my patients, but I wanted more in life, and I wanted to be able to travel, and I wanted to be able to see the world. And my mom was going to France for 3 weeks,
yes.
And I wanted to go with her. And the only way to do that was to consider closing my business or selling it. I could not sell the business, so I closed the business. That's kind of how that happened. And I said, you know what? I'm young enough. I will re-career. And I jumped myself into a 9-to-5 in a cubicle, which I relate to being a factory worker, but instead of a sewing machine, they replaced it with a computer. And I sat inside 4 walls, looking out the windows at the airplanes flying over every day, wondering where people were going, looking at my Jeep, wanting to go for a ride, wanting to go to the beach, wanting to go just anywhere other than 4 walls where I was told what to do, when to be there, and all of that. And I started looking at the money that I would make in raises, and I started looking at the money that I would be in my 401k. I'm kind of a geek. I do numbers, I do spreadsheets, and I'm going to put that stuff out there. I'm just not deep into it, but enough to know, do these numbers work out? Do these numbers work out? And what is my goal for retirement? And I looked at it, and those numbers were not matching. They were never going to match. So I had to pivot again. And I have said no to this industry for many years. I jumped into the industry probably 7 years ago, and I had what I would like to refer to as network marketing PTSD. I was shown how to do all the things all the wrong ways.
Yes.
And I didn't know. So from there, I was never going to touch it again. And my husband introduced me to it again. And I went, no, not another meeting, please no. And We went to the meeting and I said no. After about the third time, it kind of wore on me. I started seeing it. I read a couple books about leveraged income, and I thought, okay, trade time for money, lateral income, trade time for money and help build other people. Great. So we got the personal development piece that I did not realize was really the big piece of network marketing, and helping other people. That it's not about sales. It was really about helping other people. And that's what got me into chiropractic. That's where my real passion was. So this really kind of seemed like the thing that I never knew I was built to do.
Okay. So it was a little bit by accident then that you stumbled into it. But I find it, how do you say it? It's so wonderful that you started to calculate what you needed for your retirement, because most people, they don't do that. I never heard somebody do this, and they end up at their retirement with a lot of with a big hole between what they need and what they really have. I hear more and more people telling that they continue working at 75, 70, 80, things like that. So you already saw, okay, that's not good. I have to do something now. That is awesome.
Absolutely. I did. So we dated. I like to say dated. I didn't marry the first man that I dated. I dated a few before I found the good one, before I found my right match. And we really did that with companies as well. And I don't ever recommend leaving your company. Your company is good. Where you're at is wonderful if it's working for you. Yeah. What I found out was my first company was not the right fit for me. Mm-hmm. And I found out my second company was not the right fit for me. But what I found out was I was not the right fit and I was not the right person. And in the process, I had grown into somebody different. So when I found my third company, I was just at the beginning of my growth journey and understanding more about the industry. And it paired with a lot of the things that make you feel good about doing this industry. It was about sharing, not selling. It was not about being spammy. So what I'd like to share is about some of that social media etiquette that I was not taught in the first company, that I was not taught in the second company. But as you watch leaders in companies that are doing well, they share it from a place of grace, and they share it from a place of non-spammy, where it feels good because you're really solving people's problems.
And just a little side track before you start in your company and tell us why this is such an important topic for you, because you said this immediately. Why shouldn't I do that? And I was totally on board with you. You said the first company didn't work, the second company didn't work. In the third company, I discovered that I wasn't the fit for the other companies. Wasn't it also a little bit because in the meantime, you did much more on personal development that made you grow, that maybe if the third time would have been the first company, that could have worked also?
Absolutely. The personal development piece has been the biggest piece because I've learned how to see myself, how to see other people, how to talk to other people, how to communicate better, how to manage myself, how to manage my own expectations, and how to manage my activities around that. And all of that is part of the personal development, because there's nothing about this industry that's easy, but it can be simple. Mm-hmm. They're often confused. Yeah. Simple should be there. It should be simple enough that a 10-year-old can do it, but it's not going to be easy. You're going to have to push past things that scare you, things that concern you. And that's where that personal development piece comes in helping you grow.
Yeah, everything that is easy, everything that's worthwhile is not easy. So absolutely. Why is this so important for you? Why this topic?
Why this company?
Why this topic?
This topic. Okay. This topic is important to me because I see it all the time. I get friend requests from people, and all of a sudden I get a "Hey girl" message. Hey girl, I just started a business. You should check out my link, and you should check out my products, and you here. And it's this big, long thing. Yeah. And I'm like, hey girl, you haven't talked to me in 5 years. Where have you been? Now you want me to buy your products and support you. And yet you haven't solved any of my problems. You've just tried to solve your own problems. Yeah. And that's kind of how I was taught to do it. So I kind of laugh. I know that it's not very successful doing the cold, the cold marketing, if you will. That network marketing is about building relationships.
Yeah.
It's about connecting with people, not just throwing your stuff out there. So with that said, there's a lot of etiquette that goes around that. Things that you can do to make your social media attractive to other people.
I often see our team needs only, or I need, and I think, okay, if you would turn it around, why should I buy from you? Because you need something. Why should I buy from you? Because your team needs more this or that. So that is also they think maybe doing well, but they are doing it for the wrong reasons. And isn't it true that if you change the way you think about it, if you pivot to the other side, that you do it for other people, that things change for the better?
Absolutely. I mean, when you serve from a place of love, you're serving from a place of solving problems. Nobody hops on social media with their credit card and says, I'm here to buy something. That's what Amazon is for. That's what Wish is for. That's what those purchasing sites are for. But people automatically get into this industry and they get really weird and they start thinking that they're in sales, and they forget that prior to them joining that business, they had things about themselves that attracted their tribe to them. And all of a sudden they become a sales pitch. And what people hop on social media for is to laugh, to have fun, for entertainment. I mean, people are scrolling for entertainment because they're trying to just pass some time or get away from something that's maybe they don't want to focus on, and they want to learn about their friends. And when you're sharing your product nonstop and throwing it in everybody's face, that's not really doing that. That's kind of spammy.
Yeah. And what happens when you put out the name of your product and your link?
Every time you do, people Google it. Google is everybody's best friend. If I say I do X, you're going to go, okay, I know you're doing this, but I don't want to talk directly to you because then you might try and sell me. I'm going to Google it. And Google has all kinds of stuff out there. It has good stuff. It has bad stuff. And it has Amazon, because Amazon's going to show up and they're going to go buy from Amazon instead of you. They're likely to have a bad experience with your products because most of the things that are on Amazon or that are being sold online, not through a distributor, we know they're out of date, they're counterfeit products, there are all kinds of different things that can be that case. And for some products, people need coaching. So now you don't have coaching, they don't have you. You are the big thing. So you're the difference between whether they succeed or whether they don't. That's the customer service piece, but that's another topic.
Yeah, but aren't you also taking away a good opportunity to really educate the persons on your product? Because on the internet, like you said, you find everything, but also negativity on your product from somebody who didn't use it well or whatever reason. And then it takes away your chance of really educating your prospect, your contact about the product. Isn't that also a big part of why you shouldn't?
Absolutely. The big goal if you're going to do and use social media, attraction marketing really is the way to go. The reason being, you're telling a story, you are sharing an experience, you are sharing your downside and your problem. You're sharing that you had a solution, but not identifying what that solution is and what life is like after. And when you do that, people will ask you questions about what you're doing, and then you get that chance to provide them with the accurate information, with the most up-to-date products, with the best product that's matched for them. It's about their problems. And the first thing you do when you share that problem and you share your story is you identify that they are struggling with something, and you care and nurture on that, not throw a sales down their throat, but can you solve one of their problems? Can you help them with something? Because there's a lot of stuff out there that we have the products to help with.
Yeah. And you said something interesting. You were like that. So what if you burned all your bridges and you spammed all the time, and now you see the light and you think, okay, that's true, that's so true, but people don't want to listen to me anymore. I made a mistake, I did something stupid because I didn't know better, but I want to do it the right way, whatever that right way can be for you. How do you change that so that they can continue and do it the way that they really do attraction marketing, attracting people to them?
Gotcha. So your social media should really, in stories, you can actually share about 50-50 of your life and your story and your products or your business. But on your feed, you really only want it to be like 80%. It's supposed to be 80% you and your life and 20% your business, your product. So I recommend to my team, only share in your feed about once a week about your products. I don't want, you don't want to be spammy. If you turned on the TV and all you saw was infomercial after infomercial after infomercial, you would change the channel. And that's what people are going to do. If you look at if you do an audit on your page and you look at your social media page and that's all it has, you're going to end up with what they call an FL. No friends left.
Yes.
Your friends have unfollowed you. They don't relate to you. They don't care about your story. They don't care about your message because all of a sudden you become some weird, crazy lady that's selling this thing. And nobody likes to be sold to. Flat out. Just nobody likes to be sold to.
No, that's so So, and people think, okay, then I start a new page, a new profile. But isn't it true that people are not scrolling to the bottom of your feed so that you can start all over every minute of the day?
The beauty of social media is you don't have to delete who you were in the past. You also, if you hopped into somebody's inbox and you did one of those messages, the best thing you could do is be you. Hey, you know what, Monique, I am so sorry. I was so excited about my products and what I'm doing because I've seen something different. I did it all wrong. And I kind of went in and went all spammy on you and made it weird for us to have a friendship. I just wanted to apologize to you and tell you that I really care about you as a human being. At that point, they're going to open up. This is not the time to shove it down the throat again.
I just wanted to say, don't send the link again at that moment.
No, don't send the link again. You're good. But just build that relationship. And as you build those friendships, same thing with your Facebook page. If you have gone in and been guilty, and I say this because I have been guilty of spamming my page with my products, what you do is you just go in and you start creating content. You start doing what I call branding yourself. And that's really simple. Pick 5 things that are about you. Are you a mom? Or do you have a hobby or interest? Do you have something that you're an expert in that you can teach people how to do? Is there something that you really love? Is it motivational? Is it personal development? Are you funny? Do you like to share funny things? But write those things down and post 6 days a week about those things and post pictures with you. Selfies are great because they give you eye-to-eye contact and people are missing eye-to-eye contact. And it's a great opportunity. People are going to make a judgment call on whether they like you or not based on that eye-to-eye contact. That's your first initial contact. So you can take a page that has been terrible and turn it around in 2 weeks to a month.
Yeah.
And start building your following. It took me a year. Actually, I think it took me about 6 months to recoup my page. Don't go start another page. Don't go decide, oh, well, I'm good on Facebook. I'm going to try on Instagram. No, stick with what you've got. Just go in and have the conversations and be honest and apologize. People appreciate that.
Yeah, I think when you stay honest, everybody can make a mistake. And if you are not educated by whatever, if you don't have the personal development to begin with, or an upline that doesn't know either what she or he does, then you are starting off wrong, but everything can be solved and can be corrected. That's true. That's so true. So what's up for you in the coming months? Because I'm seeing so many awesome things. Because you built a great community. It's always fun to watch you and to follow you. What are your goals for the next 12 months? What are you up to?
Oh goodness, more traveling as the world opens. Hopefully,
not Europe.
I'm very disappointed about that because I have, now since all of this, I just decided I need to make friends in Europe, and you're one of my favorite people, and I can't wait to come and meet your family. Right now, what's in the future is figuring out where we're going to go diving. We do a lot of vacationing, and we couldn't do that before when I was in a job because I had to ask for permission. Now we do it on the road. So in the morning, I do a little bit of work. And at lunchtime, I'll do a little bit of work. And then at dinner time, I'll do a little work. And then just before bed, I'll do a little work. And the rest of it is all playtime. And it's all time with my husband, with my family, with my friends. And that's really my goal is, you know, how can we grow and expand and show other people how they can have that time freedom as well? It doesn't happen overnight. It happens with consistency over time and pushing through the hard things. And I want to show people that it's possible, that you can do it after having multiple failures. I have failed. I have failed big and never had success in the industry. And now we are seeing success and our team is seeing success. And for that, that's really my big dream is how can I help more people?
Yeah. And then it's like a snowball. It starts maybe slowly and then it's going rolling. It's pushing the car uphill that's the most difficult, and then afterwards when it starts rolling down, then but it needs work. That's so true what you said there, because sometimes people think, okay, it doesn't cost much to start an online business, and they don't take it really as work, as a business. But you said the word consistency, and if you do a little bit every day, then you will see how it starts to grow, and never give up. Never, ever, ever, ever give up.
Absolutely. I always say I use this phrase all the time, but a waterfall starts with one drop of water. Yeah. One drop of water consistently, day in, day out, over time, that creates a beautiful, life-changing experience. Yeah. So just be consistent, day in, day out. Set your minimums. You're going to have days when you don't feel like doing it. I call them my minimal income-producing days. It's okay to rest. It's okay to take a break. Just don't quit.
Yeah, that's really the key of everything, I think. So what last words of wisdom can you share with us, or tips, because I know you're working on something for social media tips. It's not ready yet, so if you want some more tips about social media, can you tell us a little bit more about it, what it's going to be, what the people can ask you for, and put a fire emoji in the comments so you can send it to them. What tips you would like to give them in a little, is it a little ebook or is it a little document?
I want to create just a little page of a checklist of kind of a social media audit and how to create content. So just something that, you know, things that are important. You know, your Facebook picture, your social media picture should be a picture of you. A well-lit, happy, smiley picture of you. I'm not bringing dogs into the business. I'm not selling products to dogs. I can't solve a dog's problem. I don't have dogs products. So who are you? When I go to friend people, when I go to build relationships, I want to know who people are. So just little checklists of things like, you know, and reminders. So checklists of what your social media should look like, the 80-20 rule for news feeds, stories, just so that you can kind of go through day to day and go, okay, did I hit this mark this week? Okay. What things would I like to fill in the blank? So if I'm going to create social media for the week, which I do on like Saturday or Sunday, I'll create my content for the week and just kind of write down, what are my topics? Yeah. Okay, this is what I'm going to talk about this week. And then you can print it out for next week. Yeah. And at the end, when I go ahead and do my audit, when I go and redo what I'm doing for the week, I go back through and I audit what happened last week. Okay. And I'm going to use this very cautiously. Don't judge yourself based on your likes, your loves, your comments, your shares. That's a bad place to put yourself. It puts you vulnerable at what other people think. What is important about that is what you do with those people that are following you. Those people that are following and liking, whether it's 10 or whether it's 20 or whether it's 100. Those are people that want to get to know you. Go get to know them. Go build that relationship with them, because what you do with that is more important than the numbers. And I want to kind of, you know, give some little reminders and tips to keep your head lifted when you feel like, well, that didn't go anywhere and I'm frustrated, because it does happen. Yeah.
I like to call it, it's not the quantity of the likes that matters, it's the quality of the likes that you get. So that's okay. So people, if you would like to receive the document when it's ready from Lauren, and put a fire emoji in the comments so she can contact you. And where can people find you?
People can find me. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook at Lauren Birks. So Lauren Bookman, BUCHMAN, Birks, BIRKS.
Yeah.
Currently expanding, but that's where I'm at for right now.
Okay, I'm going to put in the links into the not in the comments, in the description of this video, so people only have to click on it and can contact you and can ask you for more tips, or just to contact you and to get acquainted and become friends. So thank you, Lauren. Before we go, a last thing that you want to share with us?
If anybody has any questions, I have other social media tips. I'm happy to go ahead and share them with you so that you can go ahead and grow your business. Thank you very much for your time and for watching. I really appreciate you very much. Monique, it's been such a wonderful time. I love getting to know you. This is one of my favorite times. So thank you so much. You are just an amazing person. What you're putting out there and how you're helping other entrepreneurs, mompreneurs, take this business and take their business and give them some free information so that they can ask, because you have such a wealth of information as coaching and everything else. I just love what you put out there, and the people that you interview, they have been amazing so far. So thank you for sharing that with me.
Thank you for being you, and I hope we talk very, very soon. I watch you every day. I learn a lot, and I know other people will go to from here on. So thank you, and have a great day, and let's talk soon. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Bye.
So this was Lauren Bookman, and she is such an amazing friend. This is what you get with these are the good things that happen when you have to stay home and you are going to connect with other people. And I reached out to her, and she was so amazing in the immediately from the start, and enthusiastic for the goal to have many to help many more ladypreneurs or women that really want to make a difference in this world and are maybe looking to start an online business. So that is all what this is all about. And it's so amazing because we often forget that social media is not something to throw something on there and then, okay, it's gone. No, it stays on there. So it is also talking about you. So if your social media etiquette is not like the etiquette that you maybe use at home, we eat with a fork and a knife. So you can see it on the internet the same way. You have to eat with a fork and a knife and not splash the food on the screen, because people are going to see you like that, and you're going to attract the people that maybe you don't even want to attract or want to work with or want to interact with or whatever. So be aware of what you say, what you do, because social media is a platform and people are watching you, even if they don't give you a like, even if it's like as if they are not caring at all, they are watching. So be aware of your social media etiquette and grab that document from Lauren. I'm sure that you're going to love it. So put a fire emoji in the comments, and she's going to reach out to you. So for now, I wish you a wonderful evening, afternoon, or morning, wherever you are in the world. And I hope to talk to you soon for the next episode of this Ladypreneurs on Fire Tuesday live training. Bye-bye. Take care for now. Bye.